Hey friends, it's Kate from Venison for Dinner. Well, I wouldn't say we are done Christmas shopping. It's currently December 12th. We're mostly done. I'm hiding in my bedroom right now and I'm gonna show you what's in the boxes. What have we bought for our children? Our Christmas morning policy is that we don't touch any presents or anything. No stockings, no presents, nothing until all the animals are done. So normally my kids would wait until it's light out to go do their chores. But on Christmas morning, oh, you bet they run out there with headlamps on to go do their animals, and they're hassling me, go milk the cows, go milk the cows. So it's fun. And I have 2 cows to milk now on Christmas morning. And they'll be helping me, they'll be feeding my pigs, they'll be feeding the cows, they'll be doing everything they can to get me done and inside as fast as possible. And I think that's part of the fun and the anticipation. And it's all in how you spin it with your kids and how your attitude is. Because you could, it could be a bummer. We have to do the animals before we can do Christmas. But instead it's part of Christmas. It's the building of the anticipation. We only had hunting dogs growing up, and oh man, my dad used to draw it out. Make it take as long as possible. Oh, he had to give out their pen a good clean out on Christmas morning. All these sort of things to draw it out. And I think our kids are not going to remember every present you gave them. They're going to remember how you made them feel. They're going to remember the magic. They're going to remember the togetherness. They're going to remember the family traditions. That's what they're going to remember, and that's what we need to be investing time in. Not a bunch of stuff they're going to break in a week and we're buying just for the sake of giving them something. We need to give them a greater gift that lasts them for their life, and that's family traditions. Over the years, we have slowly downsized what we do for Christmas as far as gifts, just taking the focus away from that and bringing the focus to activities and other fun things that we do together. So I still need to buy a few things for my kids' stockings, as well as Mary's and I's stockings. Yes, I buy my own Christmas presents. And Mary's got a GoPro earlier this month, and he asked for that to just be his Christmas present. He said not to buy him anything. The kids will buy him little things. Hamish has done his Christmas shopping. Mac has done a little bit. Frey hasn't done hers. I'll show you what they did. For myself, for Christmas, I think I'm gonna buy us a new sheet set. Like a really nice linen sheet set. I know, so wild, so wild. So here's our piles all sorted, and I'll explain them here. My mom and stepdad were supposed to be here for Christmas, and frankly, they spoil my kids for Christmas. So, like in a very good way, they spoil my kids for Christmas. So I'd kind of planned to do like very small, and now they're not going to be here, and they're not mailing the presents. They're hoping to just come up maybe in January if our restrictions are eased and bring presents then. So it'll just be an extended fun thing. Hamish has really expressed wanting a new thermos, like a travel mug. So I may buy him one of those. Freya really wants a fishing rod, and Mac really wants this one pocket knife. So I'm going to talk to Marius, and we may end up doing that as well. But here's what we have for now. So this is for stocking. I do like things that I wouldn't normally buy, like cereal. We don't really eat cereal, but my kids love cereal and raw milk. So I bought them, each of the big kids, a bag of cereal. I was gonna buy Rowan a box of crackers as well. So Mac has a book and he has a puzzle. We're kind of at the point where Rowan reliably naps long enough, and they do activities during Rowan's nap. So I decided to get some puzzles that they could easily do within Rowan's nap that wouldn't take forever and they could enjoy. And then Mac really enjoys needle felting. I mean, so does Hamish. So this is a kit to just refresh some of their supplies. They have lots of the wool, but they need some more of the tools. So this has the tools and such in it. I will link these things on Amazon. Hamish here, this is the book he has. And he has this kit for making hand puppets. And he has a dinosaur puzzle because Hamish loves dinosaurs. Excuse me while I step over my laundry I need to put away. Freya has pencil crayons, this beading kit, this book, and this giant puzzle. And then she loves raisins, so I got her, this is like Raisin Bran. Rowan has block crayons. These, I don't know if you just say, block crayons are not cheap, but they are so lovely and they're really great for little hands. And if you can keep track of them, they last forever. Trick is if you can keep track of them. This book Hamish picked out for her that we thought she would really like. And then another book for Marius. I always buy both of us a thing of coffee for our stockings. This is a little town near us. This is made fairly locally as well. Super yummy, and I think you'll like it. Rowan put his electric razor in the toilet recently. Not that he really shaves that often, but I was at Canadian Tire getting a couple other things, and these were on sale from $100 to $35. And this is a good brand, so I snagged that. For myself, I needed a new work calendar. I got that. This is this instant tea that sounds so fun. Coffee for me. Babine River's a big river by us. I also got some tea and a chocolate bar. These here, these will get divided up by stockings. There's 9 decks here. These will get divided up by stockings as well. And I haven't decided if I'm going to give one of these to each of the boys or if they're just going to be done as family gifts. So what I went to town with Hamish last week. I have to go to town 3 weeks in a row for appointments. So I told the kids they could each come 1 week and do their Christmas shopping. So Hamish came with me and he did his Christmas shopping, and I did bought a couple things. I had already bought some of these things, but I bought a couple more things. So then when I go to town with Mac this next week, I'll buy a few more stocking stuffers. And then when I go to town with Freya the following week, a few more stocking stuffers, and then we'll be done. Things that I'll add to it is maybe like a little animal toy, little things that are not cheap crap, but are quality and they will use and they will last. I'll buy more snacks. I'll buy them some chocolate. We buy fun snacks for stockings too. Just things that we wouldn't normally buy. I might buy them some socks. I might buy them a new pair of gloves. Honestly, things we need. But it's fun. We went to Out of Hand, which is kind of like an indoor farmer's craft market, but there's just one person who mans the whole thing, or 2 people I should say. So this is what Hamish picked out. Hamish didn't have a set budget. For me, it's a matter of, like, is this a quality thing that I feel is going to get a lot of use? Then yes. So this was the most expensive thing. It was $20. He bought this for Freya, I'm pretty sure. He bought this yo-yo for Mac. He bought this hair bow for Rowan. And he bought this hot sauce for Marius. Most likely, like a day or two before Christmas, Marius will take them all to Canadian Tire to Christmas shop for me. Weeks ago, Mac was in town with me, and when I did a huge grocery shop, he was my helper, and we went to a thrift store. And so we looked kind of for some Christmas things then. Kids aren't allowed in the thrift stores anymore with our current restrictions in British Columbia. But Marius has an Xbox 360 Did we accidentally buy an Xbox, not an Xbox 360 game? Oh dang, I sure hope this works. Well, put that for Hamish. I should maybe test it beforehand. And he bought this for Rowan, which is super cute. I kind of had planned for them to mostly do their Christmas shopping there, but then now kids aren't allowed there. So Mac is coming to town with me this next week on Tuesday when I go to town. So he'll get something for Freya and for Marius. I also did go Christmas shopping for my mom and my stepdad and my grandma and mailed them a package, but I kind of had to like buy it and ship it all in one day. Like just bought the things in town and threw them in a box and mailed them because of time restrictions on getting things mailed, and had them into town in 3 weeks. So for my mom, I got at the Out of Hand store, got her a reusable snack bag, like zipper thing, because she works in an office. A nice beeswax candle that was shaped like an apple. I bought each of them a chocolate bar, like a smaller one from that place. I helped my stepdad and I Christmas shop for my mom, and then he pays me back for it. So we also ordered her a cordless vacuum, which is something, it may sound silly, but she actually really wanted it and was never going to buy it for herself because it felt frivolous because she has another vacuum. But she thought it would be really convenient to have it like right there, so easy to just vacuum up little messes and the kitchen and that sort of thing. What else did I get for Mom and Dad? I got Mom and my grandma and one of my aunts a pair of nice wool socks. I got my stepdad a pair of wool gloves. He already has wool socks and so does Mom, but these gloves, they don't make them in smaller sizes. I sent them recently. I sent them from this brand. Duray, it's 100% Canadian made, Canadian wool, 100% wool, and they're not crazy expensive either. For Doug, stepdad, I bought him coffee, a chocolate bar, and the socks for his stocking. For my grandma, I bought her just the socks and the chocolate. For my mom, there's the socks, chocolate, candle, snack bag, a lovely little Christmas ornament, a box of tea, and then I mailed that, and then a friend dropped by. I forgot I had ordered my mom a new pair of wool slippers that my friend makes that we trade her. I trade my friend homegrown beef. She makes my kids and myself slippers, and I got her to make my mom a pair. And then I also yesterday received a really lovely box of candles, beeswax candles from Beeswax Works as a thank you for promotion I did for them. And I hadn't asked for anything. I just was doing the promotion because I love their business. But they sent me this as a thank you. And so we're gonna mail some of those and the slippers to my mom when we go to town on Tuesday. So that's all that. I am not into filling stockings with cheap crap just for the sake of filling stockings. I am more into buying fun snacks that are bulky and filling stockings with them. That is my style. So, we didn't even set a Christmas budget this year. I actually, if I'm being totally honest, the games and books and art supplies, we get homeschool funding money, and I had done a big buy, and then they just came, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna save these for Christmas because Christmas is in a couple weeks. So I didn't even buy those things out of pocket. But there you go. That's what we are doing for Christmas so far this year. More than anything, I'm trying to just like really relax and do crafts and cookies and such with my kids, even though those things like are really trying to me. I don't naturally relax and do crafts. But those are the things that they love. Those are the things that invest time in them and that they remember. That's the things they are most excited about. So that's what I need to worry about. If you've been around here for a while, you may remember that last year, for one of the Christmas presents we did, is I bought like a bag of chips and then some sort of decent candy treat. and I wrapped up in boxes. I did 4 boxes of each, a savory and a sweet treat. And I put game night number 1, game night number 2, game night, and we did a weekly game night, and every one we would get to pick one of these boxes. And a couple weeks ago, Mac brought that up and was like, do we get to do that again? So I'm gonna do that again. Mac is old enough that I can park right outside the health food store and he can sit in the car and I can run in and get some of those things when I'm in town with him. And I might do more than 4 weeks. We had really a lot of fun with that, and they were just such fun treats. And especially going into January and February, where we'll be doing a pantry challenge, to have these treats stashed and knowing that we have these treats to enjoy is a really fun midwinter thing. Last year on Christmas, we had older friends over for brunch, and I really enjoyed that, and it's a big bummer that we can't do that this year. It's a big bummer to me because that was something that we all really enjoyed on Christmas morning and made things extra fun and special. It is what it is this year.